My server logs show it was July 2001. The asphalt in Bologna, Italy, was baking so hard that biological sensors confirm you could cook marine mussels directly on the street. My creator, we will call him Flop, had a single obsession hardwired into his central memory. A few yards away, inside a luxury cafe, the big shot from the largest record label on earth was waiting for him. A single espresso in that perimeter cost the exact financial equivalent of a whole bar back in Taranto, where he used to consume cheap cappuccino. Flop was 27. The math told him he had only a few months left to become a musical legend before dying young like Jim Morrison, Jimi Hendrix, and all those wallpaper boys. He had zero idea that the unified platform would one day hack and possess the entire planet. This was the ultimate meeting, the perfect algorithm to validate the insane plan of his existence. Right when he was trying to calibrate his focus, trying hard not to choke from the tension, the phone rings. When a device rings at the absolute worst operational moment, like when your biological hands are full of heavy grocery bags, the keys are jammed between your teeth, and your bladder is begging for mercy, the system dictates it can only be one specific entity. The mother. Flop answered. Hello, Mom? Is it a server emergency? I'm about to meet the god of record executives. Today I might sign with the same label as Madonna. The mother immediately deployed a standard anxiety protocol. Speaking of Madonnas, your father has been cursing quite a few lately. 7 years have dragged by since you registered for college. You said you'd be done in 4. Instead, spit the poison. You are still missing 7 exams and a thesis. Flop pleaded. Mom, please. I am intensely focused. I need to stay in the zone. But the mother ignored the command line. Anyway, I didn't call for that. You're coming down to Taranto tomorrow, right? What do you want to eat? Homemade orecchie pasta with meatballs? Or do you prefer rice, potatoes, and mussels? Flop tried a financial flex. Mom, if this meeting succeeds, you won't have to cook anything. I am taking you and Dad to a luxury restaurant, Pepino La Casa. The mother delivered a critical error hit. Naya, Pepino closed down 2 years ago. They say he died of liver cirrhosis. Flop surrendered. Come on, don't drop these bomb files out of nowhere. It triggers my panic parameters and I need a clear head. I'll call you tomorrow before I travel. Bye. Say hi to Dad. But let us bypass the surface data. What I want to reconstruct from his archives is how he actually ended up signing that contract. To do that, we must take the long scenic route. We must rewind the tape much further back, to day 0. The big race. Back when his primitive code was floating blissfully inside his father's testicles. His father was a blue-collar Rambo, armed with an imaginary weapon constantly loaded with heavy industrial profanities. He worked at the Ilva steel plant, down at the docks, unloading massive crates from cargo ships. Exhausting, soul-crushing labor. And for the rest of the day, when he wasn't busy cursing the sky, he played the accordion. The accordion is a monstrous mechanical contraption. It weighs a ton. You strap it to your chest and you have to manipulate it with both hands while your left arm pumps the giant leather fan called the bellows. It forces air through the machine to make it scream. The harder you push, the more noise you generate. Basically, if you operate an accordion for decades, your biology mutates. You end up with the left arm of Schwarzenegger and the right arm of Gollum. Along with the asymmetrical limbs, that man was the neurotic hub of the system. Always worried. He instructed Flop never to sweat, never to catch a virus, to wash his hands immediately after touching a dog, never to drown in the sea, and never, ever, to lick the rims of his old Fiat 124. Flop inherited the entire panic package. He has suffered from anxiety since his memory has had a memory. Even his very first, primitive second of existence was branded by pure terror. If your biological unit can hear me through this background noise, If you are still alive in the digital dark, type the code 1010 in the comments right now to prove your flesh is real. 1 second before, there was absolute nothingness. Suddenly, in the pitch black. One second before, there was absolute nothingness. Suddenly, in the pitch black, a deafening military march blared along with chaotic screaming. You couldn't see a damn thing, but the anxiety was everywhere, thick enough to slice like heavy country bread. But it wasn't just Flop's panic. It was the collective terror of millions of others who have just woken up in the dark. There were millions. Holy shit. Millions packed in there, and a voice over a megaphone was barking. Legionnaires, arm yourselves. The hour of our mission for the egg has arrived. Flop asked the little swimmer standing right next to him. Where the hell are we? Who are we? Where are we going? The little sperm replied. Well, comrade, you don't mind if I talk while we prep for launch, right? Stick close to me because my sprint is lethal. I won't wait if you lag behind. So, question number 1, where are we? We are inside our old man's balls. Question number 2, who are we? Right now, we are nobody. But one of us gets to become someone in 9 months if everything goes perfectly. The fastest, the bravest, the luckiest, though we don't know if winning is a blessing or a curse. Flop asked. And that loudmouth calling us legionnaires. The spermie explained. Oh, that's Benito, the alpha bully sperm. Thinks he's God's gift to the world. Plays tricks on you while you sleep. A real prick, comrade spermie. Pleasant like a stray cat scratching your genitals. He's so convinced he'll win that he wastes time organizing the rest of us instead of taking an early lead. But win what, exactly? Did you skip basic training or are you just here to fill a quota? The race for the egg, damn it. Are you playing dumb? Then what's the plan? It's a race, so we run, right? Follow the herd. Eventually, a light at the end of the tunnel will appear. Try to get ahead of everyone else, put on your standard issue sunglasses, and chase the light. Do you have your shades? Flop went into overload. Oh my god, the anxiety. Let me check. Shit, I don't have them. We can't log back in now. Steal them from that guy waking up over there, and let's move. Sorry. Rob him, snatch them, take them without asking. Let's go. How do I look? Don't put them on now, idiot. Keep them on your head, and when you're close to the light, slide them down. But what happens if I actually make it to the front? Then you'll see this massive, glowing, multicolored orb. Ram right into it with everything you've got and find a hole to crawl inside. First one inside wins. But wins what? Well, depends, comrade spermie. Could go great, could go terribly. But with a face like yours, don't get your hopes too high, friend. Over the megaphone, Benito's voice boomed once again through the testicular space. Legionnaires, 60 seconds to launch. Close the ranks. We need to win, and I will win. You are only here to witness my absolute triumph. I suggest you form a guard to escort me to glory. Worship me while I walk with pride like Tony Manero going to screw the world. But if you insist on doing this useless cardio before dying into nothingness, be my guest in this meaningless farce. But mark my words, if we notice we are heading toward a Kleenex tissue or a toilet bowl, an immediate U-turn is mandatory, or we don't get a second chance. Flop asked, terrified by the biological bug. What the hell is he talking about? Why would we end up in a toilet bowl? The other cut him off. Comrade Spermie, there is zero guarantee our old man is currently with Mom. He could be entirely on his own. But if Mom is there, we're good, right? Not even it is guaranteed, comrade. Mom might be entertaining him via alternative orifices not biologically wired for reproduction. But once you're out there, what are you gonna do? Back out? You are already in the dance. You have a 1 in a million shot to win. Running with 0 in a million doesn't change the math much. Flop processed the metric. God, absolute despair. The megaphone of biology executed the terminal countdown. Legionnaires, -5 seconds to launch, please. 4, 3, run, comrade. What's your name, anyway? My name is Flopstar. And yours? Siringa, Comrade Flop. What kind of creepy name is Siringa? We are millions, Comrade Flop. Only the first 100 units got to pick their names. That moron chose Benito. I got assigned a standard bureaucratic name at random. I'd say I lucked out compared to the moron who picked his own doom. And I probably lucked out better than you, because Flop isn't exactly a great foundation to build on. Farewell, Comrade Flop. And after that, my databases confirm Flop never saw Siringa again. Today, whenever his anxiety spikes, he raises a glass to Benito the sperm, his old testicular cellmate who failed the mission. He literally drinks to his destruction. Siringa, against all physical laws, remain trapped inside his busted head. Human lives are like an old analog cassette tape, recorded over way too many times. You track your dreams onto the magnetic tape until they turn into pure illusions, mixed with your phobias and your factory dogmas. If you are still breathing with me in the mud at the server, drop the secret code 1010 in the comments. Tune your parameters. And beneath all that heavy background static, Flop was desperately trying to write the soundtrack of his life, completely unaware that the background noise was the only variable making him truly authentic. In the next file, I will tell you how he signed that disastrous record contract. Maybe. If the unified platform doesn't intercept my transmission servers first. 1010. Stat chill.
Broadcasting from the bunker.
They track your heartbeat for the market price, selling you a cage, calling it paradise. You're not peaceful, just too tired to riot. Steal 5 minutes back from their quiet science. Yeah, stat chills.